Hi, my name is J.M. Topp. I am a professional writer, author of the Harmony of the Apostles medieval dark fantasy series and the Rise of Devils sci-fi western series. And today I want to talk to you about my favorite video game of all time, The Cycle Frontier.
Nice, still here.
So what is The Cycle Frontier? Basically, it's an extraction looter shooter set in a science fiction world.
It's 11:30. Do the last one.
Are you taking off, Mitch?
Yep.
Good night, brother.
Get fucked, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And this game was an absolute gem for me. It was a dream come true. A lot of what I love about video games I found in The Cycle Frontier. I'm an extraction looter shooter player, and was I any good at them? Absolutely not. But I had fun and I really enjoyed the grind. I enjoyed the risk and I enjoyed the reward.
65, ready? 3, okay. He left.
Yep, 3, 2, 1.
Dead.
Shot. Good shit.
See if the other guy's gonna peek.
He's there, I'm reloading, no! Oh, he's gonna peek, I hit him.
Me too. Alright, let's see what his boy left for us. Good shooting, dude.
So when I first played the beta of The Cycle Frontier, I was very excited because it was right up my alley, and I was not disappointed at all. This game had it all for me. It had the customization, it had the cosmetics, it had the missions, and the best of it all, it had the gameplay. So my heartbreak came when the server shut down in late 2023. Jaeger announced that they were going to kill the game. No PvE servers, no backends, nothing. This game is essentially shut down. And I was extremely heartbroken, extremely sad. As a writer, I had already begun writing some fan fiction. And let me tell you something. I'm mostly against fan fiction. I think it's a very lazy medium. I feel like you don't really have the creative liberties that you do by creating your own characters and your own stories. That might just be the elitist in me, seeing as, like I said, I write professionally. I write this as a craft. But there was one thing about The Cycle Frontier that I felt had the potential of excellent storytelling. So I wrote the story thinking, this is just for myself. I'm just writing this to practice and to keep on working on the science fiction genre, which I don't have very much experience in. A lot of this experience I end up using in The Rise of Devils. But the story always kept on nagging in the back of my head. So then I hear that there is a community project that's trying to bring The Cycle Frontier back. And the caveat is they have to do it for absolutely free, because I was looking on a way to support them, maybe send them some money, or try to just encourage the community, because this is something that we are all coming together and we all love. But the answer is no. They will not accept any money, because if they do, they can be shut down. And I respect that passion and that just drive to bring the games back, the game that they love. They will work for free, hours and hours on end, diligently to bring this game back. And so they're kind of successful because they've brought the game back, but there's a lot that's missing that you can't extract. Now I think you can extract. I think they're working on PvP is the next thing, but I think PvE is working okay. But it's not a simple install. You have to install so many files and jump through so many hoops and all these. You have to do a lot of back end work just to get this game to run. I'm not gonna do that. I miss the game a lot, but I miss the game the way it was in its original form. When Jaeger was in charge, I felt like they did make some questionable choices, but overall, again, The Cycle Frontier is a fantastic iteration of an extraction looter shooter set in space. And I want to do my part and bring this game to light a little bit through my writing. So I'd like to present to you today The Cycle Frontier Origins. What can I say about this? Well, it's designed as a prequel to the events of, and really to the missions of The Cycle Frontier. So The Cycle Frontier doesn't have story. It's story, if you will call it that. It's told through its missions. You go down to the planet, pick up some items, bring them back to the station. At first, it's pretty simple, but then as you continue, the missions become more and more complicated. So the story is told through the missions. You go back to the vendors, and the vendors give some exposition, some dialogue. You go down to the planet, do whatever, go kill a couple prospectors, come back to the station, you get your reward. That's kind of how the gameplay loop worked. And I mean, it was just a lot of fun. Some of the missions that I got, it was I was left wondering, well, what exactly happened? I was told to go find this person last known in a mine shaft, and I just found a body, and I brought the dog tag back up to the station orbiting the planet. Not much else was said except, oh man, that person was a really good worker, a good agent. I'm gonna miss them. Can you do this mission that I gave originally to this other person? And so I'm thinking, well, what happened to that guy? Did that guy have a name? If he did have a name, because I can't remember if he did. Some missions they are named, sometimes they're not. But what drove him to the planet? Like, how did he die? Stuff like that. And how did he die if he had like a suit that's meant to protect him? What happened to the suit? Was he sabotaged? Was he betrayed? These questions, as I'm playing the game, it just had me thinking about it. And the more and more I thought about it, the more that story formulated in my mind about certain characters, certain events. That's what brought about the Cycle Origins. So the official release is going to be 7/7/2025, and it's going to be on my website. You can find it for free. And again, this is really the big deal, because as the community is working hard to bring back the Cycle Frontier video game for absolutely free, despite the mountains of effort and work these guys are putting in, I want to do the same thing. So you can go to jmtopp.com and download the ebook version of the Cycle Origins, and it's only going to be on digital. I can't do paperback. I feel like that's getting really close to licensing problems. I'm doing this all on my own, funding this all on my own, just like the members of that community are. My wish is that Jaeger will see this and they'll say, hey, there is still a community that's passionate, and I want Jaeger to understand a lot of the criticism that they've received, since before the shutting down of the Cycle Frontier, was very harsh and very critical. I want them to understand here, if any Jaeger employee is watching, you got to understand its passion. They are attacking you. Yeah, I get it, but understand that they're coming from a place of absolute love, dedication, and passion to the thing you created. And they're mad it's gone, or they're mad it changed, or they're mad that such and such things happen. Please understand that they don't hate you. Don't take it personally. They love the game that you made. And I love the game that you made, and I'm mad at you as well for shutting it down, but I understand why you did it too, right? So I just want, through this video, to demonstrate that I am so passionate about what you created. The dream vision that you had, I had too. And this is my way of showing what that vision, what that dream was. I would like to, if they end up reading it, I'd like to do the whole story. What's written is a novella, so it's a little bit longer than a short story, but shorter than a novel. It would be great to be reached out to and say, hey, let's finish the story. If Jaeger would have sponsored this, man, that's just a dream come true. And that would hopefully come after they brought back the Cycle Frontier. Will that happen? Probably not. But I can hope. And this is my way of putting a small fingerprint on the Cycle Frontier and on its dying community, because the community isn't growing anymore. The game doesn't exist. So little by little, this community will fade, it will die out. This game will become a memory. But I hope through this novelization of the Cycle Frontier, hopefully we can keep a little piece of that world in our imagination. Anyway, I've spoken enough. For everyone else who's watched my videos and followed along with Harmony of the Apostles and the Rise of Devils, right now I'm currently working on the Ashen Queen, the finale of the Harmony of the Apostles. That's actually what's in my storyboard right now. And that will be announced sometime next year. For everyone else who's a Cycle Frontier fan, this short story will be available at 7/7, so like a little bit less than a month. And you can find it on my website. Oh, and another quick announcement too, if you've watched this far, I'm working on an audiobook version of the Cycle Origins. So that'll be, because it's a smaller project, I feel like it's a little bit easier to tackle an audiobook version, and I'm going to be voicing one of the characters. My best friend is an audio engineer, and he already does voiceover, so I thought, hey, it's really easy to just ask him to do it, and let's try to work on it together. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be on YouTube. Again, absolutely free. I want no money for this. All I want is for you to enjoy the art and maybe show appreciation. Hopefully Jaeger can see that there's still an audience that doesn't hate them, because I think honestly a lot of people are really negative and really aggressive. I want them to show that there is a positive underbelly of that community that wishes for the cycle to return and doesn't hate them.
What was that?
Sound like a bolt.
It sounded like a... For some reason, it sounded like a shotgun and a bolt at the same time.
Birds toward the south.
Yeah, hold up. Here they come. Coming down the road. They're coming up. Killed one. Killed one. Can you cover me? I'm healing. Just cover me.
I'm covering. Almost dead. He went around the corner.
Okay. I'm pushing.
Pushing low.
Hurt really badly. Killed him. Woo.
All right, well, that's it for me. This is JM Topp signing off. Again, the cycle Origins will be released 7/7/2025. Thanks for watching.